Hello dear students, welcome back to your science classes. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and doing well. So students, I'm your science educator again here with a new chapter, and today we have chapter number 12, the earth and the sky. So let's get started. So as the name suggests that today we are going to learn about the earth and the sky. But before starting this chapter, have a look on your learning objectives. The universe. First, we are going to learn about the universe we have, then the sun, the solar system, 8 planets, the moon, phases of the moon, rotation, what causes day and night, the stars, constellations, the stars, constellations. So, are you ready? Let's get started. The universe. The first we have about the universe, the all things, the earth, this your sky, it's involved in your universe. Without universe we don't have these all of these things. Okay, so the universe is everything that exists, that you exist, I exist, plants, animals exist, and all these things are exist in the universe only. The earth is part of the universe, so are the sun, the moon, the stars, and all the planets. Stars and clouds of gases and dust are also part of the universe. So what we are going to learn in this chapter, all those things are the part of the universe. Without universe, nothing is exist. Okay? Not me, not you, not plants, not animals, not earth, not all the planets, not gas, water, etc. etc. A lot of things we have in this earth, so nothing is exist without your universe, and outside of earth those things we have, the other planets we have, though also not exist without the universe. So now we move forward. Scientists who study the universe are called astronomers. Scientists who study the universe are called astronomers. So those students, those basically the learners who study about the universe, those are referred as astronomers. They study the sky using large telescopes in special buildings called observatories. So they have a special rooms, special buildings referred as observatories, and with the help of the main equipment telescope, they study about the sky. Okay. Next, now we have our first planet, that is your sun. And we all see sun in the morning, right? Okay. We all see sun in the morning, right? Now, the sun is a star. It is the closest star to us in the universe. Like all stars, the sun is a ball of hot glowing gases. So what we understand here, the sun is basically a star which is closest to the universe, and it is referred as the hottest we can say hottest ball of, it is referred as a ball of hot and glowing gases. Without the sun there would be no life on the earth. It would be too dark and too cold for any living thing to survive. Plants use sunlight to make food for themselves and give off oxygen. The sun gives us heat and light. So what we understand here, that without sun we cannot live, because as we human beings we need food, and with the help of sunlight plants can make their food and we can use plant as our food. First thing, that is the importance of sun in our life. The next thing, we need warmth, right? If there is no light, so we cannot see anything, because we need reflection. Okay, our eyes need reflection, that is uh, happen due to the light, and without light we cannot see. Without light we feel so cold, and in that much cold our body freezes and we cannot move a single step. So that much importance of sun we have in our daily life. Okay, next, the solar system. Basically, first we read about the sun, and now in solar system we have a lot of planets similar to the sun. Okay, so the sun's family is called the solar system. Okay, so it includes planets that move around the sun in their fixed path. Our earth is also a planet. Like our earth, there are 7 other planets in the solar system. So what we understand here, the family of the sun is referred as your solar system, in which we have the planets, the family members of the sun, which always rotates around the sun at a fixed point. They cannot change their point. If they have a difference of 5 centimeters, so they have to rotate in 5 centimeter distance only. And earth is also a planet, and it is also revolve, it is also rotate around your. Next, what we understand, that here we have total 7 other planets in the solar system. Planets are the largest objects in the solar system except of the sun. Unlike the sun, planets do not have their own light. They reflect the visible light produced by the sun. So what we understand here, that all the planets we have in the solar system, they don't have their own light. they use sunlight as they use sunlight for the reflection. With the help of sunlight reflection, it have light. So basically they are using artificial light which is given by the sun only, and only the power, the energy, the light sun has, that is why they are rotating. Okay, next we have all 8 planets of the solar system in order are. Now we are going to learn about the 8 solar system. 7 we have other planets and 1 is our earth. And now we have to read about in the sequence. Why we are reading about in the sequence? Because they have some qualities. According to that, we make a list of and make a sequence for this. So first we have Mercury. It is the closest planet to the sun. So what we understand, this is our sun, and now we are reading about which one is closest, then next, then next, then next, like this. So the closest planet of sun is Mercury. Next, Venus. The second planet from the sun is Venus. It is the brightest and hottest planet in the sky. The two properties we understood about the Venus, it's hottest and it's brightest. Next, Earth. The third planet Earth is a huge rocky ball from space. The third planet Earth is a huge rocky ball from space. Earth looks like blue because seas and lakes cover nearly 3/4 of its surface. So what we understand here about Earth, that 3/4 part of the Earth is covered with the oceans, with lakes, with sea. That is why while we seen this, so it is looks like a blue ball. Our planet Earth has a hot desert, steamy rainforests, and freezing cold north and south poles. In some parts, the land rises to make high mountains also. The Earth is round. It appears flat to us because of its huge size. Photographs of the Earth taken from space show that it is round. Our Earth is the only planet where life exists. So what we understand, that in solar system we have total 8 planets, and among those 8 planets only Earth has life. Life exists everywhere. There is no human being, there is no plants, there are no animals, only Earth has these things. And what you understand further, that Earth is covered with 3/4 of the water. The total Earth is covered with 3/4 of water, and your Earth is sphere in shape, but because of its huge size, we've seen that it is plane. Okay, so it is not plane, it is a round, it is a sphere in size. Okay, next, when we see the photographs of the Earth from with the help of astronomers, what we understand here, that your Earth is sphere in shape and it is round, not flat. Now we have a lot of things. We have rainforests, we have deserts, we have mountains, a lot of things we have. Okay, now we move forward to 4th planet, which is Mars. It is the closest planet to the Earth. So Mars is closest to the Earth and Mercury is closest to the Sun. Next, Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system, and Jupiter is the biggest. Okay, as compared to other planets, Jupiter is the biggest planet. It is the Saturn. It is the only planet which is surrounded by 2 wide rings. In Saturn, we have 2 wide rings. All those planets are just round in sphere in shape. Okay, but your Saturn, first of all, it is sphere in shape, and 2 rings which is revolving around this. As you've seen in your figures as well, if you have pictures, this Saturn, it has ring surrounding it. Next we have Uranus. It is the coldest planet in the solar system. So Uranus is the coldest planet in the solar system, and Neptune, it is the farthest planet from the sun. So it is far away from the sun. Now we move forward. How we know the Earth spins? So how we know that this Earth spins? The sun appears to move from east to west across the sky. As we already know that your sun moves from east to west across the sky, but it is Earth which actually spins round from west to east. The sun never moves. As we already understand that sun is fixed at a particular point, and all other planets are revolving around the sun at a fixed point, at a fixed axis. So when you say that sun is moving from rises from east and sun down from west, it is not true. Your Earth revolving in such a way that it looks like that. Okay, now we move forward to the rotation. As we already discussed about the rotation, so let's deep into this. What we have to read about rotation. The spinning of the Earth on its axis is called its rotation. For example, it is axis of the Earth, and it's moving round on a place of this round. So this point is referred as axis of the Earth. Okay, Next, the Earth completes one rotation in 1 day or 24 hours. The axis is an imaginary line connecting the North Pole and the South Pole. So it is totally imaginary. It's not real that we have a North Pole and a South Pole. And a fixed point, your Earth is round, taking rotations. And it completes its one rotation. Moving from here to move like this, it's moving taking 24 hours. 1 day, complete 1 day, it's taken by the Earth to make its one complete rotation. Next, and just because of that complete rotation, what causes day and night? This causes day and night. It is the spinning of the Earth that gives us day and night. The part of the Earth facing the sun gets sunlight. This is daytime. The other part receives no sunlight, so it becomes dark. This is night. So when we rotate, sorry, our Earth is rotate. Okay, so this is our Earth, and here we have sun. So when this part is taking sunlight, so this is morning, and the backside part of the Earth is your night. And as you already know that in foreign countries, when here in, so what we understand here, that it is your fixed point, your fixed axis. So this is your Earth, and in front of your Earth is, here is sun. So when sun is here, so the light is proceeded on this part only. The backside is dark, right? Okay. So this is morning time, and for the backside part, the places which is lie on this part of the Earth at that time, so that is having their night time. That is why in foreign countries when there is morning, so in India we have night, and when we have, so in foreign countries that is your morning. So this has happened just because of the rotation of the Earth. The other part receives no sunlight, so it becomes the dark. This is night time. The Earth always keep rotating, so the cycle of days and nights goes on. The duration of a day and night, it's 24 hours. This time period, it's called one solar day. So what we know that complete rotation is taken by Earth in 24 hours, and this complete rotation is referred as one solar day. Next, we have the moon. The moon is the Earth's nearest neighbors in space. Neither the moon is Earth's nearest neighbors. The moon is Earth's nearest neighbor in the space. Neither the Earth nor the moon emits its own light. They both reflect the light they receive from the sun. Thus, we see moonlight at night when our part of the Earth is not receiving sunlight. If we were to go to the moon, we would observe the Earth shining brightly just as we see the moon from Earth. The Earth also reflects the light it receives from the sun. So what we understand here, that the closest planet we have to Earth, that is your moon, and both the planets, the Earth and the moon, both don't have their own light. They take light from the sun, and that's emit. So when we have night, so what will happen, that this night, the moonlight, that is your light that is taken, the light that is taken by the sun, it's reflect, and that is why your moon is shining. If you go on the moon, what you observe, that your Earth is also shine like your moon. Just because of that, it is also taking light from the sun. So basically all the planets don't have their own light. They are taking lights from the sun, and that will be help them to shine brightly as the moon. Okay. Next, we have phases of the moon. So the moon is round in shape, as we already discussed, that all planets are round in shape and smaller than the Earth. And it's as compared to Earth, moon is smaller in size. It completes one orbit about the Earth in approximately 28 days while also rotating on its axis. So only one side of the moon faces Earth. When the moon is on the side of the Earth away from the sun, we can see it entire illuminated portion, and we call it the full moon. So what we understand here, that your Earth taking 24 hours to complete its one rotation. Similarly, your moon, it's not similarly, your moon takes 28 days to complete its one complete rotation. So that is why we see only the first one side of the moon for 15 days, and the next 15 days we are seeing the half part of the moon. And when we see the whole part, what we see, entire illuminated portion, so that portion is referred as your full moon. As the moon continues its journey around the Earth, turning its illuminated side away from us, observe the moonlight diminishing day by day. When only half of the illuminated side is visible, we refer to it as a half moon. So we have two things: half moon, full moon. When we able to see entire illumination portion, so that is your refer as full moon. And when we see only half illumination, so that is referred as your half moon. After a few more days, it appears as a crescent. This phase is called crescent moon. When the illuminated side is completely turned away from the earth, we experience on moonlight at all, and this is known as the new moon. So we have the another term crescent. And crescent, what will happen, this formation, the parts of the moon, we have small 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 small, as you see na, only single line of the moon is appearing in sky in night. So what we understand there, this is refer as your crescent. We have half and rather than half moon, okay, small small small, and when the full moon appears again, that is refer as your new moon. Okay, now next we have after the new moon, the moon begins to grow larger and larger, a phase known as waxing. So after new moon, the moon become larger larger and larger, and that is refer as your waxing. First it appears as the crescent moon, then as the half moon, and after 2 weeks it becomes the full moon. So first we have crescent moon, then half, then full. So this is the sequence we have. First you see in the single part crescent, then you see the half part, and end of the moment you see in the full moon. Now the moon completes one cycle of waxing and waning in approximately 28 days. How many days are taken by the moon? 28 days. These various appearances of the moon are referred to it as its phases. So what we understand here, that it is these the total process is taken by the moon is for 28 days, and these the changes we are taking in total 28 days. This is referred as your what? This is referred as your phases of the moon. Now we move forward. The stars. We observe millions of stars scattered across the night sky. Not all stars are alike. Some appears large while others are small, and some shine brightly while others appear dim. Stars emit their own light. So what we understand here, okay, in sky we have a lot of stars and they are very larger inside, but just because of they are so far from us, that is why they look like very small. Some of the stars are very bright and some of the stars are very dim, and and the stars do not take light from the sun. They have their own light. Okay, interestingly, stars are significantly larger than both the earth and the moon, and it is very interesting that stars are bigger than earth and moon. Okay, yet they appear tiny due to the vast distance from the earth, because they are very far, taking very fast distance from the earth. That is why they are very small in size when we see in the sky. In the northern sky, we can find a particularly bright star known as the pole star or north star. So what we observe here, what we read here, that in northern sky we have a very particular bright star, and that bright star is referred as the pole star, and we also called it north star. Okay, now we have constellations. From earth, stars appear to form patterns known as constellations. So when these stars forming a particular pattern, that is referred as your constellations. These patterns have resemblance to the animals, gods, or familiar objects. Here some of the constellations are shown in the figure in the given picture. So what we observe here, that we have different type of constellations in this picture, and these pictures, these symbols are similar to animals, gods, and some familiar objects we have. Okay, as you see, Gemini, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Aries, Pisces. So these are the constellations we have. Now the names of the constellations shown in the images are Aquarius, the water bearer; Capricorn, the god; Sagittarius, the archer; Scorpio, the scorpion; Libra, the scales; Virgo, the median; Leo, the lion; Cancer, the crab; Gemini, the twins; Taurus, the bull; Aries, the ram; the Pisces, the fishes. Today there are 88 constellations officially recognized by astronomers. So officially we have 88 constellations present in the sky, that is confirmed by the astronomers, and these are some of the examples we have of the constellation and the meaning of their name, what we have exactly. So students, this is the end of your chapter. I hope so you feel and you enjoy this chapter interesting. Wait. So students, this is end of your chapter. I hope so you enjoy this chapter and you find it interesting as well. Now I'm going to meet you in your next class. Till that, bye bye. Have a good day.